Okay, welcome back. Last time we went around the town again, and basically just to try to learn some more information about the idol group Muses that Lisa is supposedly going to be part of, and she wasn't exactly aware of this. And I also managed to win one thing from the sweepstakes, so we got a very strong weapon for Akichi. Basically his physical attack stat just kind of tripled, and that is going to hopefully be quite helpful. So I'm going to throw all of my money in on the sweepstakes again. Yes, I am going to be perpetually broke for most of this game. Maybe not exactly my best decision, but hey, here we are. So let's quickly head on over to the detective agency and have Tamaki send these in for me. And in between episodes, I went and got a whole bunch of cards. So it's time for me to finally take my first trip to the Velvet Room. Because I haven't actually been here yet in this game so far. Welcome to the Velvet Room. Here, various aspects of man's soul are awakened. We've been waiting for you at the command of our master Philemon. My name is Igor. I'm Belladonna. I praise visiting warriors who challenge the monster called thyself. I'm Nameless, a pianist who opens the shuttered doors of one's soul. I'm a demon painter. My art depicts the gods and demons that dwell within man. We four have been charged with aiding you in awakening new souls, new personas. I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. So let's see what everyone has to say first. What a wonderful song. It feels like it touches my soul. Doesn't it make you feel incredibly at ease? Honestly, kind of, yeah. Hey, Tatsuya, doesn't being here feel like, well, kind of like when you summon a persona? It feels like something's rising up from within me, or surging out. Philemon's their master? New personas? That means there's tons of personas. And these people are gonna help us get at them. We should pay close attention, Tatsuya. This brings back memories. This place was a huge help for me and my friends when we were younger. It was fun despite everything. Listen to me, Tatsuya. Don't waste your youth on things you'll regret. You're only young once, after all. I'm terrible at words today, apparently. So I went and got a whole bunch of cards. I ended up with a Mountain of Moon cards, and I can't actually get Pyrica or anything on the Moon Arcana just yet. However, I can get Jack Frost, and I'll also teach him Garu. I won't use a card, though. However, I did get a special thing from some demons, and we can now learn Atomic Bufula, which is, I assume, just a super strong version of Bufula. Ten out of 10, the he-homie has arrived. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jack Frost. So, fun fact, in Persona 3 Reload, I actually got Jack Frost to level 99. I sat and actually grinded to get a Jack Frost at level 99. So I can also fuse Longmare, and I'll teach that Magna just so it has a little bit more coverage, and it has pretty okay moves. Samakaja boosts up magical defense. Now that I think about it, I don't recall ever seeing that in these games before or after this. Actually, it might have still been, it was probably still in Eternal Punishment, but there is actually one more demon I want to get. Obviously, I should have probably tried to get a new one for everyone, but I do want to quickly talk to the demon painter. So, I think it was 64 magician cards. Can I jump up 10 at a time? Apparently I can't. So I need to actually go here. I'm pretty sure it's 64. Or in order to get the persona that I want on the Magician Arcana. So let's quickly go and get this. Thanks, Igor. So now I can get a Tengu, which will be a new persona for Maya, and I can also teach that Aquas, so it'll have a bit more coverage as well. Very nice. Obviously, these new personas will cost more to cast their spells, but they're also a lot more powerful. So, and we also get a nice little bonus, because in Persona 1, everyone could have up to 3 personas with them at any one time. Yeah, you just kind of have a party stock, and anyone can equip them. Obviously, their affinities do still matter, though. Okay, so let's quickly talk to these two. The music I create is meant to open the door to the soul for persona users like yourselves. To create it, I must confront what is in my heart. That is why 90,155 nights have passed since I closed my own eyes. That's a very long time. My duty is to calm the hearts of visitors. For this, I must hear my heart's music. Though my ears block out the world's sounds, your words reach me quite clearly. So yeah, Nameless has been here for like 227 years or something. I remember a few weeks ago I actually checked. Like, I checked because I remembered that he mentions that, but I don't remember exactly how long it is. I know it's like 200 and something years, which is a very long time. Which kind of led me to think, is he meant to be based on like Mozart or someone? But I don't know when Mozart was around, so yeah, pass on that one, I think. Okay, I'll give Akichi Longme. I'll give Jack Frost to Lisa, and Maya can now get Tengu. So we're now going to have a bit more coverage available as we head on into our dungeon for today, Giga Macho Records. So this is a record store, where you can also come in here and actually just buy the soundtrack. You can buy songs from the soundtrack to just listen to on the main menu. But I'm not going to bother doing that right now, because I have things I need to be doing. So we have cockatrices and minotaurs. Minotaurs, to the surprise of basically no one. You know what? Let's see what... No, I'll save Atomic Bufula for a boss, I think. I'll save that just for now, and then we'll see what it does at a later time. And I can just fray everything. I'm pretty sure minotaurs are weak to magic in general. And you know what? Since we got a Tengu, I might as well use Killer Wind. I have a feeling cockatrices are going to be immune to wind, aren't they? Oh, they aren't. Okay. To be honest, I assumed because they were birds that they would have been, you know, at least partially immune to wind. But I guess not. Oh, also, important for me to note. That's very inconvenient. But important for me to note, because Akichi's new persona... his new weapon is dark based, so he effectively does dark damage on all of his attacks, which is kinda neat, but also maybe a little bit impractical sometimes. It can definitely increase or decrease his regular value in battles, so hopefully it won't be that bad, but it could cause a couple of problems here and there. And you know what? Since I'm right at the start of this dungeon, I don't mind quickly just running out and healing. Because I can just run into the Yumazaki Center, go over here, and we can get healed for free. Not for free, it's like 1,200 yen or something. So let's quickly just, you know, skip through all this dialogue, and away we go. Yeah, all of these people, there's multiple people around the town, and I think there's one in each district, and they will heal you for 1,200 yen. Maybe I'm being weird, but I always tend to go back to, it's either Karori or the Hiragi Psychotherapy place. They're my two main places that I like to go to get healed. I don't know, I feel like it's just vibe-based a lot of the time, you know? Okay, fortunately, these are just Nekomatas, words, so we should be okay. Oh, we also have medium strike damage with Sonic Punch on Jack Frost. You know what, sure, let's go for Magna, why not? And then we can just fray, and then... No, wait, Maya doesn't have AoE just yet, does she? She does not, but that should be fine. Nekomatas don't have any special resistances or anything, I think. So we should be pretty okay here. And also, we are getting more damage. Like, we're obviously starting to do more damage each time we do anything, really. Oh, also, Maya is now immune to wind because she has the Tengu persona. Obviously, Lisa is now immune to... I assume she's immune to water, but I know she's immune to ice now. And I don't remember what Longmare does. I think Longmare probably does something to do with water, because it had a lot of water abilities. Okay, Sonic Punch. Doesn't quite finish that. I should probably just go for Bufu, shouldn't I? Anyway, we should be able to finish off these Neko Matas now without too much more hassle. Killer Wind takes that out. Now, in between episodes, I did consider going to Moo and actually going to do stuff at the casino, because I looked at what I could get there, and you can get some pretty good stuff. So I might do that in between episodes just in the interest of time, because obviously if I sit here and do all that in episode, it will take a very long time. No, I feel like I want to use Bufula just because I can. I'll use Mirage Breath. I'll use Mirage Breath on the Minotaurs, mostly just for a general quick little bit of safety, because I know that they basically only use physical attacks, and as a result, if I hit them with the illusion status effect, it's basically a blindness effect. So they're much more. I'm pretty sure that's how it works anyway. So they're much less likely to actually hit. So that could come in handy. Also, 10 out of 10. Yukino just hit Maya and did a grand total of 1 damage. I think I might be wrong on this. I think Tengu might resist fire, but I don't actually know. Either way, Jack Frost got up another level, so that's very nice. The real question is, does Jack Frost learn Mabufu, sorry? Because I would quite like to have an area of effect if I can. Mostly just because area of effect is always nice to have. Not yet. But that's fine. I can also use Garu. Since I now have access to Garu, I now have, very conveniently, everyone's big favorite thing, access to more fusion spells. One of the things I could get at the casino, one of the prizes you can win, actually just tells you about fusion spells you don't have yet. Oh, okay, cool, I unintentionally learned Stone Rise. That could come in handy. Because Stone Rise is another fusion spell. I imagine it's the Earth version of, like, Towering Inferno and Hydro Boost and stuff. So that is looking pretty good for me. Also, yeah, we still aren't taking a whole lot of damage here. Yeah, sure, why not? However, obviously Jack Frost's costs are a little bit higher, which is a little bit concerning, so I'll need to use Lisa's persona a little bit less. But also, at the same time, you do just regain SP as you're walking around, so it's not that big of a deal. However, what is that? What is this little guy? What's he doing? Oh, that's a Wraith. Okay. Well, Stone Rise hits. Doesn't quite one-shot. Frey finishes it off. Wow, it didn't. Okay, now it's dead. So yeah, the very, very minor inconvenience is I'm actually going to have to switch back. Pretty much, I'm going to have to switch back and forth every now and then, and that's going to be just a very minor inconvenience. So Maya will have to switch back to her base persona, and then heal, and then switch back to the Tengu. That is my only real kind of minor complaint, and it is a very, very minor complaint. Like, it's a nothing issue in terms of practicality. And also, I love how they mark that there's a door there, but you very clearly can't go through it. Okay, so let's see here. Can we open up any of these boxes? I know that around here there's a few boxes we can open. Also, at some point, I probably should try to actually get some new abilities. Not new abilities, what's the term? What's the word? What is the word that I'm looking for? New fusion spells, and also I should probably look into getting weapons and armor for people. Because obviously I currently still just have, like, the base weapons and armor that I've had for the entire game up to this point. Oh, cool, I have Heat Wave now. Deal high sword damage to an enemy group. That could come in handy. So let's see how much damage we can deal. And Stone Rise. Does that kill a Necromata in one? Probably not. Not quite. Okay, Miragi. Doesn't finish it off either. Wow. You know what? Maybe my personas aren't quite as strong as I think they are. But on the plus side, I'm not in that much danger, really. So let's go for just regular attacks from here on out and finish off this fight. So, well, let's not do that. Can I? I cannot. I would have to switch personas for things. Oh well, that's totally fine. I can just go for Killer Wind. I can go for Killer Wind, Agi, Garu, I suppose. Wait, Jack Frost only costs 12 per turn. Like, per cast, he only costs 12. I guess I've just been casting with him every single fight. Which does make sense. Oh, I'm doing a new move, apparently. Axie Tempest. I don't think I've used that in any of my previous playthroughs before. So hey, that's a new one. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to auto settings, replay, and I messed it up. But you know what, that'll be fine. I'll just go for Maxi Tempest again. I'll just do that again, and sure, I can just click into the regular attacks here, because we'll finish it off here, and now, maybe, I might get super lucky and get a, whatchamacallit, a mutation out of it. Okay, Jack Frost hits rank 4, that's kinda good. So, let's see here. We got a Magnara card, if nothing else. So Magnara is, I believe that's tier 2 Earth Magic. I think that would make the most sense for it. That was just a bomb. And I don't have any healers on me, do I? Yep, I have to switch back. Once again, Maya has to switch back to having, well, Maya, I suppose. But eventually I'll get, as the game goes on, I'll get Mediarama and stuff. In an ideal world, I'll be able to get something like this until the end of the game. But unfortunately, I don't see a world where I get as lucky as I did in Persona 1, where there's just something as busted as Phaleg is. Because if you recall correctly, Phaleg... Okay, that was Patra, I think it said. Do I have one that hits all enemies? Oh, deal high wind damage to all enemies. Fantastic, I can just use that now. I can just use that now, and that will come in super handy. Because as a general rule, hey, it can hit everything is always going to be something that I will welcome. Especially because I feel like getting things that actually just target every enemy in this game is kind of weirdly uncommon. Although I should probably look at this, I should probably try to do a similar thing and use... I should probably try to use the same general setups, but switch one of the elements. So I can probably get a fire version or a water version. I could probably do that, which would ultimately be very beneficial to me. Fortunately for me, the charm effect goes away after each fight. And also, fun fact, despite the fact that I did so much grinding to get all those cards, I think I got like 1 level. I think collectively across everything we went up 1 level. But honestly, I have no real complaints about that. That's totally fine by me. And Tengu hits rank 4, very nice. Barrel Claw doesn't do a whole lot. That just hits me normally. Magna does a little bit of damage. Longma hits rank 4. We go for Frey. That's one of these things dead, and now we just Maxi Tempest for complete overkill. That was absolutely overkill, but okay. And Maya and Tatsuya both level up. Let's go Strength, Strength, Vitality. Once again, my luck continues to not do stuff, because I continue to not level up my luck stat just yet. Okay, so let's hopefully get through this dungeon without too much hassle. I think there's... I want to say there's 4 or 5 floors here. So, I don't actually remember. It's been a while since I played this. And you never need to actually do stuff here in Eternal Punishment. I'm pretty sure in Eternal Punishment this area is completely optional. I might be wrong, but yeah. I'm pretty sure you don't need to do this in Eternal Punishment whatsoever. Also, Lisa is now out of SP, so she is now going to be useless for a bit. Okay, so... Oh no, wait, never mind. She levels up, and now I think that should give her all of her SP back. Yeah, it does, so never mind, disregard what I just said. Is there a box over here? No, I've just run around in a big circle. I'm very good at just running around in a big circle. Okay, what is Tengu weak to? Tengu is weak to Earth. Okay, so, congratulations everyone else, you get to target the Minotaurs, and then I suppose honestly, I should probably focus on the Tengu first, because the Tengu is infinitely more threatening of the two. Like, of the two things, the Tengu is definitely the more threatening. But I can target in 2 with that, and then 3 just hits everything, so we should be okay. I probably don't kill any of these enemies this turn. Actually, no, one of the Minotaurs probably goes down. Actually, Frey could kill both Minotaurs, now that I think about it. Okay, gravity damage is a little bit of a pain, but we'll manage. Okay, we do actually kill one. Warcry does not do anything, and now I just run it back this turn again. So that kills that, and now everything else just kind of focuses in and takes out the Tengu. I'm relatively sure that I don't have a boss fight at the end of this dungeon. I know there's one at the end of the next one, but I don't think there's one for this dungeon specifically. Anyway, let's keep moving on, although I do still need to I still do want to check kind of like every... They're not necessarily alcoves, but whatever the word is. Okay, why is seawater salty? I don't know, ancient volcanoes. Then I will do impressions. Let's see how this goes. I could let someone else handle it, but let's see how Tatsuya does. That actually works. It made it angry, but also eager. Honestly, Tatsuya's impressions are amazing. Like, what was that? How did he do that? Okay, so can I open that box? No. Well, I found the stairs, so that's an advantage. But I also apparently went the wrong way. What are these things? Like, what are these things? Like, coat hanger angels? I don't get it. I don't understand what these things are meant to be. I mean, they also don't deal a whole lot of damage, so I don't need to worry at all, but still. But also, I don't know what they're weak to. But 2 of them are gone now, so I think that's the problem gone. And that is Killer Wind to finish them off. Fantastic. Also, I probably should put on the actual, like, battle animations. But honestly, I feel like I should put on the battle animations, but I keep them off generally, just for general game pace. Because they do slow the game down a lot. Maybe I should put them back on for boss fights. Okay, I'm just going to run from these, because honestly, I don't feel like fighting the Wraiths. Healing Melody could be a good move to have. Actually, Kinara could be a good persona to get. Okay, let's quickly look at the map here. I need to go down, along, around, up. I just hadn't noticed that little path the last time. But hey, that's fine. Now let's just kind of focus in. I say that like I'm kind of hitting everything at once, but I'm not. Actually, you know what? I think I will try use it. The next time I see a new enemy or I encounter something strong, that's when I'll go for Atomic Bufula. Because here's the thing, I know that there's meant to be like a follow-up rumor to it, that's like it's incredibly weak or it's incredibly strong, but I've only had the rumor that Jack Frost uses it. So it's entirely possible that I might be able to get a version of this that's super powerful, or a version of it that's super weak. And that could be kind of funny to work with, so let's see how we do. Okay, what's in here? We found 3 chewing souls. Okay. Now then, what do we have over here? A Kinara, a Nakomata, and a Wraith. Let's just run away. I love how every time I try to run away, I always seem to fail it the first time. But honestly, I feel like I get that a lot of the time in games. Although, credit to the entire team for being able to jump that far, that quickly, that easily every time. Now then, stairs should just be here, and I'm relatively certain that there's only 4 floors in this place. Okay, so we have a Tengu in the back. We have a Tengu at the back. I'll actually still go for that. I know that the Tengu won't take any damage from it, but everything else will take a good chunk. So I'm okay with kind of having one kind. So I'm okay with having one kind of redundant move this turn, because this will do a lot of damage to everything else. Honestly, that did. I knew it was going to do a good amount to everything else. That did more damage than I thought it was going to everyone else. And do I have Kotoludi or Pozamudi or whatever it's called yet? Okay, there goes 2 problems. So now, I should be able to just fight this thing. I imagine I can probably just punch this thing out. I don't have Pozamudi yet. But I know that... I don't have Pozamudi yet, but I know that Longmare is supposed to get it. And that's basically just the, hey, I cure poison ability. Which is going to be quite nice to have. Because poison is always a kind of inconvenient thing. I feel like in this game I've probably taken a lot of damage to poison when I haven't taken much to enemies. Like, I feel like 1 tick of poison is dealing more than a lot of enemies are dealing. Okay, so... I still don't have it, and I only have 1 antidote. Maybe not exactly my best decision. I will heal Tatsuya from it, because if Maya gets knocked out, that'll be fine. If Maya gets knocked out, I'll be able to revive her, and she has less health, so it's more likely to happen. Is that a terrible way of looking at that? Absolutely. And I'm just going to run away from these. Okay, Wing Flap, that'll do a decent chunk. Okay, I say a decent chunk, it'll do kind of it'll do something to everyone. Okay, now I may be in a little bit of danger. I'm still gonna run for it though. 10 out of 10, still running away like a big hero. The strategy works. And there's nothing over here. And everyone is pretty low, aside from Tatsuya, because Tatsuya isn't poisoned. So let's have Maya quickly patch up everyone, and then we can keep on going. Because I'm pretty sure the next floor is the end of this place, so I'm not too worried about it. But at the same time, I feel like I probably should just kind of keep an eye on it. Also, the reason... Actually, I don't know what the recommended level would be for the next boss, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, we find nothing. There was nothing inside there. Well, okay, that's a closed shutter, so I can't go that way. I guess I have to zigzag around this record store. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like navigating around this record store is kind of a problem. Like, why would anyone be shopping here? This place is basically a maze. Actually, hold on. Oh, no way, I can't do that. Never mind. Never mind. I guess I'll just go for Hammer, and I can just auto-battle it from here. Because Hammer probably kills this because it's an undead enemy, so it's more than likely weak to it. Wow, it didn't. Well, that's a bit of an inconvenience for me. Magna lands. No, still no Pozamudi. But Zio lands. Garu should finish it off. Fantastic. And yeah, I don't feel like walking all the way back, and I don't have another way of curing poison, so for now we're just gonna have to stick it out, and we should be okay. Fortunately, since this isn't Pokemon, I don't need to worry about, like, a friendship thing going down or anything. I also... Well, if it's a JRPG, if someone dies in a fight, they'll just revive at 1 HP after said fight. So I think we're okay. As long as they don't kill Tatsuya, I'm okay. Okay, so... Yeah, Who designed this record store? Just kind of looping back around in on itself so often. Okay, so... You know what? Just for once, let's try Atomic Bufula. Because Lisa's probably going to get knocked out by the poison here anyway. So, hopefully this will be okay. Who knows, maybe Atomic Bufula just does a ton of damage. Let's find out. Okay, Atomic Bufula. What does it do? That was a lot less impactful than I thought it was going to be, not gonna lie. Like, I thought that was going to be a huge thing. Like, maybe it is just because I haven't had... it could actually just be because I haven't had the rumor that's like, hey, this is super powerful. But it still feels a little bit weird. Okay, Longwear has hit a rank 5, and I believe that should be it now. It should now learn Pozamudi. Or at least be close to learning it. Which means it'll be able to cure poison, and we should be okay. And I will just loop the same turn again, we don't need to worry about it too much. Atomic Bufula is kind of underwhelming right now. I do want to try and see if I can get Varuma to make it powerful though, because I assume it should be super strong. But as it is right now, it's basically just regular Bufula as far as I can tell. Okay, so we got another decent chunk of experience. If nothing else, I have decent experience and an okay amount of money. Okay, Pozamudi. Let's just quickly patch up everyone with that. Like, yes, it's going to cost a fair bit of SP, but I'm not too worried. But I'm not too worried about it. And everyone's now back to full HP, so let's quickly move on. And that was something inside the treasure chest. It is... Oh, I guess I just got jumped right next to it. Okay. Doesn't matter. No, Necromancer's mad at me. Okay. Okay, I'll just ignore it. What'll it do? Oh, it just got madder. Okay. We'll have Tatsuya discuss manliness with it. Will it work? It did not work. To the surprise of basically no one. And then we don't manage the escape attempt. I'm doing so well at this today. But yeah, we're pretty close to the end of this dungeon. I think I go up one more flight of stairs and then we're at the end. And so we're pretty close. So we are making good progress through this dungeon. Although, if I don't get away from them this time, I'm fighting them. Okay. I was going to say, if I don't get away from them this time, I am just going to fight them. And inside the treasure chest was a physical guard. I imagine that's like a one-time cast of Tetrakarn. And now we get jumped by a monster from a treasure chest. I remember something like this. I remember an enemy kind of like this. I don't like these things. Basically, I remember in... I forget which one it is. But I will actually give that the Fury status ailment because I believe that'll make it so it can only do regular attacks. And that should hopefully benefit me quite well. Oh, I can also cast Gravity now, so that's kind of sick. That's kind of helpful. And let's go for Magna damage again, and then we can go for Zeo damage. And hopefully we can get through this without too much hassle. Atomic Bufula, it's not weak to that. Okay, Frenzy does hit everyone multiple times. And the one time I tried to actually go and inflict a status ailment, it didn't work, so... Okay, I think it may be immune. Not immune. I think it might resist electric, though. Let's go with these three for that. And I suppose I'll just try to hit them with raw power. Let's go for Garu, and then... Sure, let's go for Aki as well, why not? Because realistically, everyone's going to do their own thing here. Deathbound hits pretty hard, because I think it's high sword damage to everyone. So we hit him with Stone Rise, and that kills it. Fantastic. Do I get a mutation? Yes, we do. And we get... Oh, it went up 2 ranks. That's actually super helpful. And we got a Balm of Life. That is double helpful. And that That is an elevator, so we can now go... I'm going to go down to the previous floors, because I imagine this will give me access to previously blocked off areas. And that is always going to be worth it, because that means free stuff, and I love to get some free stuff. Okay, so let's go for... Actually, what if I go for... 2 wind... You know what? I think I'm just going to go for area of effect. I'll just go for general area of effect, and then I will target stuff at a later time. Like, I'll try to get fusion spells in between episodes and stuff, rather than trying to just kind of mess around with them and figure them out in, like, mid-episode. Because I don't have a list of them. I could just pull up a list of them. That would probably be greatly beneficial to me. But no, I've made my choice, and I'll stick with it. So, Poison Breath, only poisoned Akichi, and he managed to just take all 3 out. Fantastic. Okay, Tatsuya and Maya level up. Let's put 2 into Luck, 1 into Vitality. Is Luck a completely pointless stat? Maybe. Am I still going to put some points into it? Yes, because I like to try to balance everything. Is it optimal for me to do so? Absolutely not. Like, I could have probably just put all... If I'd put all of the points into one stat, we would probably be just super powered by now. Okay, we find an open sesame. I don't remember what that does. I think I got on here from the 3rd floor, right? This is indeed where I came in from. This is where I came in from, but just to kind of fill out the map a little more. Let's go up to floor number 4. What is behind the... what's going on the 4th floor over here? This looks like it could be a place where I actually need to be. That is a higher level enemy. 100%. That's a Shax. Okay. Well, I knew Shax was gonna appear around here somewhere. So let's just try to take it out and see what it does. I imagine it's probably... I imagine it's likely a wind thing, because it's a bird, but I don't know. No, it's ice-based. Okay. So that tells me that I made a good choice in stopping myself there. And now I can go for Blazing Burst, and put them right there. I'll let them have a move, and they don't kill Akichi, so we're fine to just hit them with a Blazing Burst and finish them off. Honestly, I didn't know if that would have killed, but hey, I think Tatsuya's dexterity worked out. Lisa and Yukino both get a level up, which is very nice. And I'm going to quickly... Every 2 steps, people complain about... Genuinely, people complain about the encounter rates in Persona 1. I think they're way worse here. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like specific places in these games just have really bad encounter rates. Oh, 10 out of 10. And that actually worked. So, I had a vague recollection of that. I had a very vague recollection of how it liked the interview option. And I just kind of went with it. And hey, you know what? It works. So, that's a win for me. So what's up here on the 5th floor? A Jnana Mudra. Well, that's a weapon for Yukino for certain, so let's get that on her right now, because that's something new. And it's way more powerful, and increases aim and crit chance. Yeah, I'll take that. I will more than happily take that. I am very glad I doubled back for that. Okay, so let's go and finish this. Floor, then we should be able to finish off this episode. Because once we kind of reach the top of the building, that's where this dungeon ends. If I recall correctly, at least. I assume that's where this dungeon ends. Because realistically, what else do you have to do? And I do also remember this... well, Persona has never really been a series that's been, hey, cool, you finished the dungeon, walk your way back out. I mean, realistically, in some of the... Like, in 1 and 2 it doesn't, and then 3, 4, and 5 don't really... 3, 4, and 5's dungeon design doesn't really mesh with that ideology of game design, I suppose. Man, I'm just thinking about Imagine playing Persona 3, but you have to actually walk back down on Tartarus every time. That would be terrible. You also can't, I don't think. I don't think it lets you go back down. And of course, I get jumped when I open that treasure chest. This one is... Are you what I think you are? I think you're weak to getting punched. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this thing's weak to getting punched. Also, yes, it is named after Rasputin, like the Russian guy from history. Okay, Palimpa, that's confusion. Yeah, he is weak to physical attacks. And hopefully we can... And Eikichi can't actually do too much damage to him because of his, whatchamacallit, because his weapon is doing dark-type damage. His weapon does dark damage, so he isn't actually doing physical damage anymore. So he effectively made himself a bit useless here. But that's fine, I'll just have Eikichi guard because he is on pretty low health. And then I can also have Lisa just go for Sonic Punch, and that should hopefully make her hit harder. Oh, that's not great. But hey, we finished it off. Credit to Rasputin, officially the most powerful enemy I've faced in the entire game so far. The only one to bring down 2 party members. And it was with an instant kill spell, so... Yeah, I don't think that really counts, but still. Still, that is a new personal best for the Demons of Persona 2. In this playthrough, anyway. I don't think I've ever game overed in this game, though. So, but I'm pretty happy about that, and I would like to keep it that way. I'm relatively certain that I've never kind of wiped out in this game. Even though I've played this, like, 2 or 3 times previously. So, I'm feeling pretty confident about left. It did not matter which way I went. That was the... You know the illusion of free choice meme? That was what I just walked right into. I don't know which one that wants me to answer, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, let's see if we can persuade this Nekomata. Well, I made it happy, so yeah, let's keep negotiating with it. And it listens, so I'll make a pact with it, and then I'll get rid of the one with Ernias. Because Ernias was one that I got a whole bunch of moon cards from. Which is also why I have multiple of a... I'm going to take the damage hit and see what's in here. I feel like I just got bamboozled. I got absolutely bamboozled by that. I ran forward, I took the SP hit to go through there, then stood on the thing, took an SP hit, and then I walked forward, opened the box, and the box was empty. I feel so deceived. And a magical guard was not worth it. Yeah, that was a complete waste of time. I could have just sidestepped it. I didn't need to step on it at all. 10 out of 10. I'm doing so well today. Okay, so... we get poisoned, but that's okay. I say that, it's probably not okay. But hey, we can fit... Team is making me look bad right now, because I need you to run away. Okay, so now we should be able to go up to the final floor, and this should be this dungeon just about over. Like, we'll probably have to make our way to probably a door, and then it'll be like, hey, here we are. And hopefully we'll be okay. I also need to be a little bit careful. It's also going to be a bit weird, because Lisa is, actually, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Okay, that's pointing me in that direction. And it was pointing me in that direction because there was nothing over here. I feel like I do this with just shocking regularity. Just like, hey, I'm gonna go, like, the game is pointing me this way. I'm gonna go the other way. And then with shocking regularity, I go the other way and there's nothing there. Also, I love how they just constantly threaten the other things they're fighting. It's like, yeah, I'm running away, but yeah, watch yourselves. It's like, if you're running away, I don't think you really get that luxury. Okay, so let's have Maya interview these things, because I know that I can get that done, and also it's quick and kind of easy. Mostly just because, Well, I know that worked. That worked last time and made. That worked last time and it made it scared this time. Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't actually know. Yeah, go ahead. Try. And that's scared it, and then we can interview it one more time, and that should work. Fantastic. And we got 20 star cards. Who knows, I might even get a star persona at some point, and we've made it to the viewing studio. Fortunately, I know there isn't a boss here, so I'm okay with everyone being injured. And that's that. We're waiting for more letters from you, the listeners. By the way, Ginji-san, you said you had an important announcement to make during our show today. You don't mean... you got me there. Yeah, I'd say it's just about time. Looks like our last guest has finally arrived. So, this is Ginji Sasaki, a flashy music producer who hit it big a few years ago. Prior to that, he was only a small-time operator with only one hit song. It's time I gave the people what they want and announced the third member of Muses. Lisa Silverman, there you are. Oh jeez, what should I do, Tatsuya? Help. I don't think you have a choice. Time to bite the bullet and go do this. Try and pry out as much information as you can. Okay. Good luck, Lisa. For everyone tuning in now, Muses is a full trio. Oh, is now a full trio. Whoa, now that's what I call shock radio. Way to go, Ginji, you stylish bastard. Hey, Tatsuya, you detect a faint persona resonance in that Sasaki guy? I wonder if he's one of the masked circle. If he is, Lisa's in trouble. But if we go along with the plan, we might get some juicy details on the masked circle. Well, it's all up to Lisa now. Well then, let's move on to the burning question of... Okay, basically they're just asking if Lisa is single, and it's just like... well, there's a certain gentleman. Actually, he's here today. Whoa! Lisa drops a second bombshell on our audience. May whom we asked is this boyfriend of yours? Well, he's over there, the tall, cool guy. I said it. It's like... no. Akichi, very stupid. Oh, you should have said so before. Oh, they're idiots. Why on earth would I have meant you? They're idiots. That's their entire dynamic. They're idiots and they argue constantly. Whoa, whoa, calm down. Okay, we're live after all. My Chinyan isn't a twisted narcissist like him. Okay, well then, Ginji-san lit it on us about Muse's debut song we're all dying to hear. It's based on the Joker game that's catching on with the kids today, so naturally, it's called Joker. I knew it! And since Lisa's so fluent in English, I've prepared an entire English solo part for her. I see. Alright, Lisa, got a message in English for all your adoring fans out there today? Well, I had high hopes, but that's all the time we have for today. We'll be looking forward to your part, Lisa. Oh, okay, sure. Muses, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off their career with a mini-concert today at the Outdoor Concert Hall in Aoba. And that's a wrap for today's edition of Meteor Massa to the Max. Tune in next week for more of what you love. Interesting that the record store has its own radio thing. That's kinda cool. And so, Lisa is now temporarily out of the party. That's inconvenient. It's fine. Sounds like Sasaki and the Muses are headed to the Outdoor Concert Hall in Aoba. Let's meet them there, Tatsuya. So now we get to leave, and we don't have Lisa in the party right now. So what I'm going to do is... Hang on, wait, no. It's going to be weird that I'm going to be basically just, kind of walking up to Lisa's house and Lisa isn't going to be there. But you know what, that's fine. I'm going to see if I won the sweepstakes and I'm going to end off today's episode. Because that took a little bit longer than I thought it would, even with me running away from so many fights. Okay, so let's see if we won. I almost certainly didn't. But I can believe we were not a winner this time. I can't claim to be surprised, but hey, I can't claim to be surprised, but I can still be disappointed. Okay, so let's quickly go and save the game, and I will end off today's episode here. So, today we managed to make our way through the record store, and now Lisa isn't in the party. We need to go to the outdoor concert hall in Auber to go and find her next time. So, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And Sly Raccoon should be continuing tomorrow, with Persona continuing on Friday, I think. Yes, that should be for this schedule. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.